Hi everyone, welcome to Tweetorial Part 4, Campaign Optimization and Resources. We are your hosts. My name is Parissa. I'm a Client Success Specialist here at Twitter, and I'll let Mackenzie introduce herself.
Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Mackenzie. I'm an account manager at Twitter, and we're so excited to have you here with us today.
Thanks, Mackenzie. By this point, you've all learned about Twitter's superpower, our products, and have even set up your first campaign or your second or third campaign. Feel free to go back and replay any of them or share them with your team. This section will be divided by going over best practices first around content and video, followed by certain adjustments you can make in your ads manager around your audience settings and where you can go to find helpful resources for continued success on our platform. Let's get started. On a recent study Twitter conducted showed the powerful effects of implementing various ad formats. Multiple ad formats helps brands better tell their stories and boost awareness, brand favorability, research intent, and purchase intent. In fact, multiple video ad formats led to 6 times the impact on research intent and 2 times the impact on purchase intent. So really take advantage of our products, specifically First View, Amplify Pre-Roll, and Promoted Video to achieve the strongest results and continue to drive your brand awareness. Now on to specific content tips. First, around hashtags. When you use a hashtag in a tweet, it becomes linked to all the other tweets that include the hashtag. Including it gives context to the tweet and can give a conversation longevity. So, do make it easy to remember and spell, and don't leave room for possible typos, which will make your tweet undiscoverable, and you do not want that to happen. Number 2, reward users for using or interacting with your hashtag. Give a reason for your audience to really use your hashtag. We all love prizes, so whether it is an actual prize or just recognition in the form of a retweet, your audience will respond better when it's a mutually beneficial relationship. And second and third, be realistic about what your users will gravitate towards. And don't expect people to start using your brand slogan or other one-sided hashtags in their tweets if it doesn't naturally fit or there's no incentive for them to do so. And hashtag don'ts. The number 1 rule around hashtags is don't over hashtag. 1 to 2 relevant hashtags per tweet is the sweet spot. And remember, character count on Twitter matters. Number 2, don't forget to educate consumers about how to use it. Make sure you're clearly communicating the hashtag and, more importantly, why someone would want to include it in their tweet. Number 3, don't expect the brand slogan to translate to a hashtag. A hashtag is meant to be inclusive, shareable, and discoverable. If it doesn't organically fit within a tweet, it'll feel forced and just lose the intended purpose. And a big hashtag tip to always remember is try not to include them on website cards because you want the main center of attention to be clicking on the link to go to your website, and hashtags will deter from that. I'll lean it over to Mackenzie to take away the rest of the slides.
Okay, so here are a few tips to keep in mind when creating your content. Keep it short and focused. So is it concise and to the point? Make sure it includes a call to action, also known as CTA. Is it human and conversational? You want to make sure that your audience is engaged with your tweets. You also want to make sure to give discounts by percent and not dollar sign, and create a sense of urgency. So limited time only, is there a sale coming up? Just make sure that your audience wants to buy your product, and make sure it's like a limited time offer. Next, strong visuals. So make sure that these are clear and not pixelated. You want to make sure that they also have minimal text and there's a central focus. And lastly, catch the eye with bright colors or human element, or also a display of movement or emotion works really well too. And then the last step I would make sure you incorporate in your tweets is prominent branding. So include clear branding throughout your ad. We've actually found that the best place for your logo is in the upper left-hand corner. So just make sure to keep that in mind when creating your tweets. Okay, so next we will be going over video optimization. So as mentioned earlier in our tutorials, you also want to create video that appeals to your audience. So by doing this, make sure to grab their attention in the first few seconds. This is super important because you just want your tweets to be engaging and you want your audience to be interactive. So include a relatable story to keep viewers interested. You also want to help people recognize and remember you using branding. And then lastly, use visuals to overcome a sound off situation. I don't know about you, but I never really have my volume on my phone, so just make sure that you include a ton of visuals. You could also turn on captions, just so everyone can see your video without having to turn on their volume. Okay, so the audience summary, this is one of the most important slides. I'd recommend just taking a look at this. I always recommend for my clients to have their targeting in the middle of the green meter. And the reason for this is the sweet spot. So it's to make sure that your audience isn't too broad or too narrow. And the audience summary section actually provides advertisers with an estimated audience size based on configured targeting options and bid for each campaign. So definitely look over this. I wanted to go ahead and answer some questions that I get from a ton of my clients, and I know other people on my team do too. So why is the audience summary displayed not available? Not available is displayed when your targeting is too broad. So just make sure to add additional targeting criteria to make sure that you can see the audience size. Then does the audience summary take the campaign flights into account? Yes. The audience summary will consider targeting, flight length, budget, and bid into account to determine estimates. I personally also recommend my clients to turn off the Twitter audience platform, also known as TAP, feature when running performance campaigns. Serving on the Twitter timeline usually helps to drive conversions and generates quality traffic. So just make sure to keep that in mind when setting up your campaigns. Okay, so lastly for resources, so how can you stay in touch with us? Or if you're looking for ideas to optimize your campaigns and need help getting started, first, follow Twitter Business. Honestly, I couldn't recommend this more. It just is super helpful. It gives you all the up-to-date information at what we're doing here at Twitter, so follow that account. In order to get inspired, I would definitely recommend taking a look at our marketing pages. They have success stories from advertisers that have performed well on our platform. So if you need ideas, definitely look at our marketing pages. And then lastly, for one-on-one support, you can reach out to us at advertiserhelp@twitter.com or agencyhelp@twitter.com. So this is for customized support, troubleshooting, and IO requests. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining. This has been so much fun, and I hope that we'll see you again someday. Thanks.